In this edition of the Parliament Report, initiatives coming to cut large oil import bill. Lawmaker calls for sacking of international marketing company, and the axe is expected to fall at the UDC. The government has announced a number of initiatives to lower the country's ballooning oil import bill. The measures are also intended to improve the competitiveness of manufacturers and increase energy efficiency locally. Energy Minister Philip Paulwell says Jamaica Public Service customers may soon have the option of buying prepaid electricity if a pilot project, which is currently being undertaken by the company, proves feasible. At the same time, the government has removed GCT from the purchase of 31 energy-saving devices for renewable energy and energy efficiency. The government has also suspended the common external tariff on some 16 energy-saving items. Paulwell told his parliamentary colleagues on February 19 that the JPS will no longer automatically disconnect customers who miss their bill payment date by up to a week. He says those customers will be slapped with a late fine of $250. The Energy Minister says the change has resulted from negotiations with a light and power company, and the JPS has offered a $250 discount to customers who pay their bills before the due date. Paulwell also announced the reduction of electricity rates, which will benefit the manufacturing and productive sectors. Opposition spokesman on finance, Audley Shaw, wants the international firm marketing the Montego Bay Convention Center in St. James sacked. While Shaw was calling for the termination of the company's contract, his parliamentary colleague, Michael Phillips, accused him of presiding over the signing. Shaw declared that the contract should be rescinded after being informed that the company, SMG Worldwide Entertainment and Convention Venue Management Company, had performed miserably in marketing the complex. However, Michael Phillips, a member of the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, PAAC, noted that the contract was signed in July 2011. He suggested that it would have had to be approved by the then cabinet. Phillips indicated that at that time, Shaw was the finance minister. On February 19, UDC executives reported that the corporation was paying out management fees of US $30,000 per month to SMG. At the same time, the UDC is pumping in about 20 million Jamaican dollars per month to maintain the facility. The UDC management and the permanent secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister were summoned by the PAAC to respond to a number of issues. General Manager of the UDC, Desmond Malcolm, says the SMG consistently failed to meet the revenue budgeted. Onika Miller, permanent secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, cautioned the committee that the government had not taken any decision to terminate the contract of SMG. She said any such decision would have been informed by legal opinion from the Attorney General. Committee Chairman Edmund Bartlett agreed with Miller and warned Shaw not to put the committee at risk by calling for the termination of the company's contract. Expenditure for security amounting to millions since 2005 on the Jamintel building downtown is expected to cease shortly with the proposed acquisition of the property by the Transport Authority. The unoccupied building, which has been a strain on the budget of the Urban Development Corporation, is being sold to the authority to house its staff. Deputy General Manager of the UDC, Donald Hamilton, said the Transport Authority would also rent offices at the facility located at the intersection of North and Duke Streets. And the UDC has accepted an offer for the Machado complex it acquired in 2010 for $80 million. However, despite queries by committee member Marissa Dalrymple Philibert about the sum being offered for the complex, executives of the UDC were tight-lipped. At the same time, an offer has been made for the Forum Hotel in St. Catherine. The UDC says the property will be acquired in June this year. And finally, in the Parliament report, the axe is expected to fall heavily at the Urban Development Corporation, which has a staff complement of 838. A senior executive at one of the largest public bodies in the country told members of a parliamentary oversight committee on February 19 that significant cuts were coming at the corporation. Donald Hamilton, Deputy General Manager of the UDC, says the corporation is taking steps to implement what he described as an optimization program. He said in the last 5 months, the UDC has been moving in the direction of curtailing its losses. The entity reduced its operational losses by 50%, which converts into more than $200 million in the last 5 months. Hamilton told the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee that the corporation had put in place a comprehensive team to identify cost-saving items. This has been another edition of the Parliament Report. Join us next time when we provide the latest on parliamentary sittings in Gordon House. Until then, I'm Edmund Campbell saying, walk good.